Due to a need for additional housing, the Board of Trustees has approved a request to lease off-campus apartments to about 250 students. Many members of the Board of Trustees have raised concerns over the need to improve lighting on the mall and across campus. Students who wish to use the space can gain access between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 8 to 5 on Friday.
Know what to do. Break your face up.
I didn't want to play basketball.
That is why Aaliyah Patterson says she chose to wrestle in the 7th grade. She became the first woman to wrestle for her high school and still wrestles today on the ECU club wrestling team. Wrestling in the 2012 Atlantic Girls National Championship, Aaliyah chose to attend ECU with one thing on her mind, wanting to make a name for herself.
And I feel like I've done that at the high school level, and I feel like, you know, people remember who I am, and I want to do that here.
Trey Ward, a current member and former president of the team, says that Aaliyah was excited when she came to school her freshman year, and when she joined the team, they saw it as another opportunity to improve.
We just saw there's another wrestler. You know, we saw there's another opportunity to build the ECU wrestling program.
However, Aaliyah's road to ECU has not been easy, as on top of facing problems such as cutting weight, she has also dealt with a lot of scrutiny from others.
I've been told I was against my morals from a parent that they don't even know who I am.
To overcome all of this, she has relied on the support of her high school coach, Josh Woodruff.
He never coddled me. He was probably harder on me than a lot of times he was harder on the guys.
Along with the support she received from her high school coach, Aaliyah also says it's the thrill of victory that keeps her going. For women that might want to follow in her steps, she has this advice.
Keep going. Don't ever give up.
Micah Molinas, Pirate News.
A spiritual place all can enter.
That is what SPACE, a new spiritual room in the Ladonia Wright Cultural Center, stands for. Dr. Haith Cox Dennis, the director of the Cultural Center, says SPACE was created because the students wanted it.
It was an initiative by students to make sure they had a place on campus to come and tap into their own spirituality.
Tyree Barnes, an assistant at the Cultural Center, believes this is very important to offer students at ECU.
To have a place where you can release your ideologies and feel completely open in a neutral zone without feeling any judgment. I feel like that's extremely important for every student on campus.
With many students using the room for their religious practices, the space offers a variety of articles for many different faiths.
We have things for Buddhists, things for pagans, so there's a variety of items in the closet.
Those items include Bibles, Qurans, and also prayer rugs and scarves for the various religions. However, space is not only for spiritual practices. Dr. Haith Cox Dennis also says that people use the room for various other reasons.
There have been some people who may have been overwhelmed by something that happened, broke up with a boyfriend or lost a family member, and they came to the space just to be alone to cry.
Students who wish to use the space can gain access between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 8 to 5 on Friday. Students can also gain access at other times by reservation. Micah Molinas, Pirate News Network.
It's just handguns. Still rifles, shotguns, BB guns, all of those kind of things, even paint guns, are still banned from the university setting.
Mandy Messerly is an assistant director in the Office of Student Rights and Responsibilities. She says concealed carry permit holders at ECU are no longer banned from bringing their handguns to campus.
So the law basically indicates that a student can have a handgun in a locked box in a locked vehicle.
ECU Police Lieutenant Chris Sutton says that this comes as a change to the previous law.
Well, before the new law became effective, you couldn't have a weapon on campus. You could not have a firearm on a campus.
However, Messerly says that the law does not allow permit holders to remove the gun from the vehicle.
The minute a student takes that gun out of their trunk and brings it to the front of their car, now they're in violation with the ECU Student Code of Conduct and the law, how it's written.
Messerly says these weapons are not to be used to assist police in the event of an emergency situation.
I think it's just really important for students to remember in the event that we have a situation on campus that the police department does not want students to then go to their car and get their handgun out and assist them.
An idea that Sutton supports, saying that anyone not wearing a police uniform is immediately assumed to be a threat.
If they come in contact with somebody that's got a handgun that's not dressed like them, then it can put that person in a very dangerous situation. And
Messerly says she is unsure if the new law will lead to an increase of students purchasing handguns.
But right now there hasn't been, at least as far as I know, a large amount of students going and getting a conceal and carry permit to purchase a handgun.
But for anyone considering buying a handgun, Greenville Police Sergeant Joe Friday says you should first take the concealed carry course before making a decision.
Become educated, and then you can make an educated decision.
Micah Molinas, Pirate News Network.